Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great day of SSL soccer. My name is Zenlos, and I'm joined today by
Val.
I
I don't know what I was
do I
doing.
follow that up? We have some quarterfinals action for you today as we are in the second leg of the quarterfinal after some very close games in the first leg. The home and away is now being flipped, so those away goals become very important. What are you excited for, Val?
Curious to see if some of these road teams can come up big. In the first leg, the road team won every game. So now, the impetus is on these teams who are at home to go back and do what was done to them.
That is a 4-3-3.
Yep.
I'm stealing your job. I'm sorry.
And that's a 4-2-3-1. So nothing too thrilling in this tie, which is currently 2-1 to AS Paris, winning that first. They won it late, too. I think it was a stoppage time winner by Hunter Jones.
Yeah, it was.
Right after that Dexter Hall save.
Oh, right. The Dexter Hall save. The Dexter Hall of Fame save.
All-time commentator's curse. Hey, look, offside.
How was he offside already? He's only at the midfield. This is why I don't like offsides. Horvath going down to Alistair. Alistair over to Papadopoulos, but no. But held on to by Paris, intercepted by De Silva, who just... Oh no, it's this game again. I just saw it as he ran by. All right, De Silva.
We don't even get any shots out of it. Out of Zanetti's short, De Silva tall, up votes to the left. I feel like every time I see him, he just gets taller.
As we have a corner kick here in the 5th minute to be taken by Brzezski.
Not even 10 minutes in and we're already losing it.
Yep. And
this is a new record.
I mean, we lost it in the intro, but... All right.
Yeah, but that's just me doing the countdown all funny. And then just, brain error 404 on, a title, so I just...
Here's Alistair into the box, and Jones just kicks it off for Chouinard.
Yeah, I think that was an attempted shot. It's a good cutback to Hunter Jones, but Chouinard getting in the way of it and causing a corner that does absolutely nothing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My favorite kinds of corners. Here's Papadopoulos trying to get into the box, but Catavinga sticks their leg out in front. So it'll be deflected. Now we have a throw-in from Paris. Paris doing a lot of time, spending a lot of time in the attacking zone. Here's Hunter Jones, who chips the keeper. And that's going to be a goal. It's 1-0 Paris.
Yeah, it doesn't really change a whole lot because Kaapstad needed to score multiple goals anyway. But once again, I would like some salsa with that little chip there from Hunter Jones. It's the ball right here. Just gets between the center back and the right back, and a nice little chip over and into the back of the net. Hunter Jones, impressive so far this season for AS Paris.
As here we have a throw in for Kaapstad. Here's Spoon to Muffin. Spoon going for the cross, headed by De Silva, saved by Barfoot.
Yeah, the tall guy heading it to the not very tall guy. Bori Barfoot's 4'11" or something really short like that.
Papadopoulos, so that's going to scrape the crossbar.
Yeah, like I said, that goal didn't really change a whole lot for Kaapstad because they needed to score anyway. They were already down, and B, they were also down on away goals.
Yeah.
So they needed to score 2 goals either way.
I mean, but now if they score 2 goals, it means we go to extra time instead of...
Yeah, instead of just away goals.
Yeah. Here's Cortez over to Brzezski. Brzezski trying to go deep for Jones, but Camavinga says, "Nuh-uh, that's mine." Like a petulant 4-year-old child trying to take a toy from their older sibling. All right, here's Horvath. Going forward to Brisky. Brisky takes it into the box. Over the Papadopoulos. What a stop by Ramos.
Yeah, last-ditch defending there for Kaapstad, who not really done a ton in the off attack so far. Most of the attacking has been from AS Paris, taking advantage of their home field advantage and, also winning on the road.
So here's Kamavinga trying to take it back into Paris' side of the field again. To Mueller, over to Ramos. They're going to go all the way back to Hall. And Hall's going to boom it out, hitting it to AS Paris. All right. Here's Alistair. A good challenge by Chouinard, but Hunter Jones ends up with it instead. Hunter Jones going over to Alistair. Over to Isabel Cortez. Cortez fires, saved by Hall. Now here's Hall again. Ooh, that was a very risky clear.
Yeah, if he shanks that's wide open.
Here's Horvat. Over to Jones, to Alistair. Alistair going over to Brisky. Brisky to Cortez. Cortez fires. It's blocked, I think, by Jones. But
friendly fire.
We go back to Brisky.
No one was injured in the making of that shot.
We go back to Brisky. We try to set up again to do the same thing, but Brisky being tailed very well by Clark. As they go over to Jones, intercepted by Kamavinga, 39th minute. 40th minute. I can count. Here's De Silva.
Makes one of us.
Good old Val counting moments. Kamavinga just kind of shoots it right into Snooks, which ended up somehow being a bizarre pass to Spoon. Not quite sure how that worked out, but... Ooh. That's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, pretty quick counter there from AS Paris off the chance, maybe?
Brisky to Hunter Jones off the free kick. And that's going to put us up 2-0 AS Paris.
Hey, Jones header off a set piece for AS Paris' second goal. Where have we seen that before? That's what happened last game. And that might be, that is an absolutely critical goal, and Kaapstad's mountain just got that little bit steeper. It's not quite, insurmountable yet, but, it's K2 rapidly approaching Everest.
Would you say they're still in it?
Shut up. We don't talk about that.
As we hit the half. And they're down 2-0. But down 4-1 on aggregate. What that goal guarantees is that we will not have pens in this game. But
yeah. So, but Kaapstad need to score 3 in the second half, and they only produced 5 shots, and they were all pretty low XG. So it's going to take a lot. 1 goal at a time. We've seen some wild stuff in this cup before.
Right.
I'm not going to say the line that you want me to say.
No. I have a legitimate question because I don't know if I asked you this. I know how you feel on NHL shootouts. How do you feel about penalty kicks? Are you okay with penalty kicks in football?
I mean, they're ultimately just like declaring the match a draw and just choosing who advances because there's no real other alternative. Because it's like replays and like infinite overtime. That's like exhausting on the players.
Yeah.
So like for advancement in a tournament, it's like, it's just the game's a draw and this is just who advances.
Gotcha.
Whereas in ice hockey, it's like
we just don't want ties. Here's Brisky on the corner. We're already in the 61st minute, 62nd.
And you know me, I am your friendly neighborhood Thai stan. And I'm not just talking about their food, which is delicious.
I've had Thai food once. They came out with a plate of cheese that was on fire. It shouted Opa, and I was like, okay. That's the cheese is on fire. Like it's okay.
The cheese is on fire. Your taste buds are terrified.
It's going to be a corner kick here in the 63rd minute. We've gone off topic already. It's game 1.
It's not like there's been a lot happening in this second half, to be fair.
we have Brisky taking it to the edge of the box over to Hunter Jones. They're going to take it back to Horvath to Bull. Yeah, this has been kind of a lull of a second half.
Yeah, but that'll suit AS Puri just fine though, because they just want to sit back and secure advancement. It's not like yeah, you can pad your lead, but like you're still up 3, and
It's off the post. Speaking of padding the lead, that was almost a lead pad.
And that one is held by Hall. But yeah, it's like you're up 3 on aggregate. You may as, and it doesn't really feel like Kaapstad are really creating a whole lot.
Mm.
And like this is the point of the game where it's like you got to manage. Just see this out. Don't do anything dumb.
Oh my God! It's off the post again, and then scored by Heather Bull. As Hall falls over, and Bull just kind of puts it into the net.
Yeah, Bull came charging on that rebound. Papadopoulos pulls the defender out wide, puts it into the mixer. That header's off the bar, and then Heather Bull charges and slots it into the vacant net, and that should be that.
So yeah, cheese on fire. No, okay. It's De Silva going all the way back to Tato. At this point, they're just trying to get a consolation goal so that they don't give up a clean sheet bonus, or just as the last moment of Kraus just went for it. My God,
what just happened?
Kraus just went for it.
Sure.
Like, my goodness. Here's Bull. It's going to go off. That's going to be a corner in the 84th minute. Here's Brisky to take the corner. And that's headed into Guam.
No goals. That was literally minute 84.
Here's Clark. Ooh, nice curve on the ball, but just still a bit too wide. Barfoot not even feeling like they have to move for it to just watch it go out of bounds.
Yeah, Clark had an open shot there. Tried to get the curl on it, but just kind of misfired there. This was not a bad decision to take the shot. It just didn't pan out.
Here's Kraustis going back. And that will do it. The game is over. AS Puri wins 3-0, wins 5-1 on aggregate.
Yep, they just came in. They did what they needed to do. They didn't overcomplicate things. Kaapstad didn't really do a whole lot in the attack, and Puri were able to get a couple insurance goals early in the match and then just saw it out calmly. So, yeah, good progression for them as they are semifinal bound, and Kaapstad heading home for the long flight back.
But credit to Kaapstad for getting to the knockout round. I know a lot of people did not even think that Kaapstad could sniff the knockout round, and they got there. So it's a lot to be said for that, considering where they were just a year ago.
Yeah, it was a pretty close group. Like, obviously Tokyo was going to get through there, but they were finishing ahead of 2 teams that are around their level.
Yeah.
So as we go to Hollywood versus Reykjavik, 2-0 on aggregate to Hollywood, who deployed a 4-2-3-1 against Reykjavik's 4-1-4-1. Reykjavik, I thought, was pretty solid in that first leg. They just never buried their chances, and Hollywood did, and it was really that simple.
Yeah, we'll see if that will be the same case today. Oh, Reykjavik's out in white. Oh, no. Oh, no.
You in shambles.
Me in shambles. Go back to Scarpetta to Hall to black. So you will notice one very specific change between the first leg and the second leg of this game, that Hollywood no longer has Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, just traded, and I think it was a 3-team deal. He is now with Montreal, right?
He's at Montreal, yes. They got Nagator Maradona.
Who is out there today?
Ricky Bobby and God, I have to go get the trade again. Excuse me as I go fetch the trade again.
Oh, chance.
Oh, Henry Andrews. What a goal to get Reykjavik on the board quickly in only the second minute.
Yeah, they had, if I'm remembering correctly, they had a chance early in the first leg, and they didn't convert it. And this time, they are not making the same mistake twice. What a ball this is into Andrews. I couldn't really tell who that was, and I'm sorry, the Heretic has got to do better there. He can't be getting beat to the near post like that.
By the way, it was Hollywood sending Ricky Bobby, Alfredo Putnesca, and their second in Season 10 for Nagatoro Maradona, Jersey Motor, and Montreal's first in Season 11. So,
wow, Reykjavik are showing no fear today. Nearly going
for the Lachlan O'Rourke, my God! And just like that, we're tied on aggregate.
Yeah, Lachlan O'Rourke, you mentioned it in the first leg. You were surprised that they did not play in that one. This time, Zach Britton is not being left in the bullpen, going from the get-go, and that's just a really solid finish. And Reykjavik, against Hollywood on the road, those lines are close. Up 2-0 on aggregate, and all of a sudden we got a new ball game. And especially like
advantage Reykjavik.
Yeah, they've got the momentum, and if they can keep this 2-goal margin, you're going extra time. Maybe even it gets determined by away goals, and if it is a 2-goal margin, Reykjavik would probably take it.
Yeah, if any other goals are scored by Reykjavik, Hollywood would need 2 to match it. So, here's Scarpetta going back to a diver. Here's Nagatoro Maradona on the free kick and curves it just a bit too much.
Yeah, Nagatoro Maradona knew where they wanted to place that, just an inch or two off from what would have been an absolutely vital goal for Hollywood, who find themselves in a bit of a rut.
So I'm going to be honest, I'm sitting here, that there's a part of me that's like, I always get excited for the prospect of penalties whenever we get to the SSL Cup. And then I realize that in order for us to get to penalties, there has to be a Hollywood game where no goals are scored for 100 minutes.
Doink!
And there it is. Patrick Dorcas. Beacon we shall receive. As Reykjavik goes up 3-0, and now Hollywood might as well be down 2.
Yeah, and in this case, it's just a second ball. They get beat on the second ball. This cross comes in. That one's not dealt with particularly well, and Bjorkis is right there to clean up the mess. And that garbage bag is into the dumpster, and Hollywood's play right now is a dumpster because they're down 3-0 at home, entering with a 2-0 lead.
She's a diver over the hall.
Going somewhere with that, and then I just fell apart.
I was wondering where that was going, and I was gonna just let you finish and just
because it was like garbage. He cleaned up the garbage on the second ball, and Hollywood is playing like garbage or something.
Oh my God!
Which is probably harsh, but
yeah, that's not nice to say. Here's Letitia over the Lachlan O'Rourke, and that's another goal. It's 4-0 Reykjavik.
The thing about Reykjavik United is they try to lock the ball in. As this one just comes on this near side. O'Rourke just sneaks off the center back and that's a tap in. What is this defending right now from Hollywood? It feels like they got sucker punched and they're just absolutely flabbergasted with how to react.
And now Reykjavik still on the attack. So you go to Black to Holly. And Lachlan O'Rourke again!
That might be off. No.
No.
That's a hat trick. That's a hat trick. What is going on here?
In the 34th minute.
Yeah.
What is happening?
This is bang, bang. I wonder if we're going to get another replay of that, because Looked a little off in real time, but...
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
How close are the lines?
Rave party?
Rave party! Kind
Rave
of.
party.
Rave
Almost.
party! Let's go!
But wow. This is like the exact opposite of how I expected this game to go. I expected, Hollywood was going to turn it up at home in the second leg. They came in with a 2-0 lead, and just Reykjavik have full credit to them. They have been fearless. They have been aggressive. They have been undeniably the better team in this second leg. But this is just like, this is I'm speechless. And that's not something you can say very often about me.
No. When you leave both me and you speechless, that's like something has happened.
My brain is just straight up error 404, thoughts not found right now. We'll see if we got some subs coming in. I wonder if Hollywood's gonna try and change the game, because now they need like the miracle rally of all miracle rallies, because they don't have that 2-0 lead that they took in Reykjavik. You might as well throw it out the window.
I'm trying to remember.
Because they need to score 4.
I feel like we saw this happen to Hollywood at one point.
Yes, I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago where they were up big against Tokyo, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Changes both on Reykjavik's side.
Zlata and Penshaw.
For O'Rourke and Noodle, I believe.
Yeah. And yeah, it was season 7 cup quarterfinal, leg 2 against Tokyo, where they just got blasted 4-0. And I remember we were both casting that, and that was...
Yeah, and that was also at home too, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
it was... But it's not often you see Hollywood just dismantled like we're seeing today.
Yeah, and like I said in the first leg, I thought Reykjavik was very solid.
A pinball here.
Yeah, but in the first leg, like I said, I thought Reykjavik were solid, but they just couldn't capitalize on opportunities, and Hollywood did. In this game, they've capitalized on their opportunities. In this game, they've capitalized on their opportunities, and I think those are the first 2 opportunities we've really seen from Hollywood of any real threat. Here they come again.
Yeah, they had the chance on the second ball, and then they had the crossbar hit, and they need 4 goals in this half to come back. Which, what a story that would be. But Costanza heads it clear off the corner. Picked up by Oak. Oak going back to Letizier. Over the Hall. Back forward to Penshaw, to Bjorkus. To Lediver. As they go back to Hall again. Here's Letizier. Over to Oak. They're just going to play around inside the box. Go back to Hall again. There's just a traffic.
Are they trying to kill? Yeah. I mean, it is Los Angeles, so you get used to those. I feel like I've made that joke like 800,000 times. One for every car on the road.
In Los Angeles, specifically. Here's Andrews coming up the line. Gerard and Juracek right next to them. Hall going back over to Andrews, trying to get into the box. Goes all the way to the back line. Over to Oak, to Letizier, to Penshaw, back to Oak. It's fired. It's blocked by Gerard. And now Andrews going to take it back, go for a cross. I believe he was passing that to Manti Te'o's girlfriend, but unfortunately ends up at the feet of Hollywood. I'm sorry, that was mean. I won't make that joke again.
I feel like the 11 guys in black and blue right now are just absolutely shell-shocked right now. I mean, what?
If the commissioner is watching... I'm sorry, I won't make that joke again. Here's Bjorkus, fires. Saved by the heretic.
Yeah, if you're Reykjavik, you're just trying to kill the clock at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got a massive cushion right now. 20 minutes ago, just try not to get anyone hurt or any idiotic sending offs.
So here's Hall on the corner. Takes it, lobs it over, headed, but over the bar. We still have about 20 minutes left to play. Here's a throw in for Hollywood in the 75th minute. Possible goes back to Motor. Goes to the cross to Yurichik. Sterling manages to keep it out of the goal, but it bounces off the crossbar, I believe that was. But,
how's this feel for Scott Sterling, by the way, against his former team?
Another save by Sterling. Here's Gerard on the corner.
So much narrative.
Much narrative. Such goals. Wow.
I mean, wow is literally my reaction right now. Listen, I'm trying not to be, like, biased or anything. I'm just whoa. I did not.
Do you know whose name I feel like we have not said all game today? Is Tiki Taka. Yeah.
I'm not even sure Taka's touched the ball. I'd be like, until you just mentioned Tiki Taka, I wasn't even sure they were on the field.
Yeah, I just caught a glimpse of him trying to get in the middle of when they were playing out of the back. But here's Bjorkis. It's going to be headed away by Gerard. And it's a very rare off game for Taka, but they haven't really been given any opportunity to succeed.
Yeah, like how is a striker supposed to really impact a game where
oh my god. It's 6-0.
I mean, what more can I really say? What can I say that I haven't beaten into the ground already? Just way too much space for Lopta. Able to, wasn't even a player in his area code. He gets the ball. He's still able to take 3 or 4 touches and just slides it to the far post. Great finish, but what was that defending?
Here is over to Letitia. Letitia crosses it over to Andrews. Andrews fires Lopta. What? I thought Lopta had that, but apparently it went to Possible, who just yeeted
Last
it.
gasp clearance.
As there's a corner, and it's going to be headed away by Costanza, and we'll have a throw-in. Run to the other side of the field. Go. Here's Lopta on the free, just a bit too wide.
Very similar to that early look from Nagatoro Maradona for Hollywood. It was right, pretty much the same spot, and pretty much missed by about the same margin. Razor thin.
Here's Maradona over to Tiki Taka. Tiki Taka rounds the keeper, but still can't get the shot off. And that's going to be cleared out.
Yeah, that was really good defensive positioning there to just force the shot from a bad angle.
Yeah. So here's Valor over the Possible. We're in the final seconds of this game.
Yes.
Yeah. This game is over. I'm absolutely stunned. As Reykjavik wins 6-0.
Fair play, Reykjavik. Absolutely fair play. I did not expect you to have this in you, but you just went to Hollywood and that's a knockout punch.
Yeah.
Like the game was basically over by halftime.
Yeah.
Like,
the game was almost over 26 minutes in. It was just look at all those match ratings.
And Hollywood didn't particularly do much offensively, but I mean, you conceded 6 goals, including a first half hat trick to a guy who ended up substituted. Just wow. Fair play, Reykjavik. Hang that in your own personal Louvre. Well done.
Yeah, right.
How are we supposed to do these 2 games after that?
I don't know. All right. Well, our next game is Tokyo versus Montreal.
Yep, 1-0 after the first leg. The one goal was a Vercetti header off a corner, if I'm remembering correctly. Obviously, Montreal now has to go on the road to Tokyo, but as we saw in the last game, anything can happen.
And Montreal did play Tokyo close last game, and as we mentioned in the last game, Montreal picking up 2 big names. As you have to wonder if that Hollywood Reykjavik game goes any different, if they still have Ricky Bobby or at least Alfredo Putinesca. But
yeah, don't want to get lost in hypotheticals.
yeah, absolutely.
What we saw was what we saw, but we'll see if those pickups can give Montreal a boost in the second leg against Tokyo, especially because these are 2 guys coming from Hollywood. They have experience in big games against Tokyo. And for Tokyo, it will be a 4-2-3-1 with 2 defensive midfielders. And Montreal is trotting out in a 4-3-3. Pretty standard stuff.
Alrighty. Tokyo will be leading us off out in the salmon today.
Salmon.
I know. I have a leftover burger from dinner tonight that I should have heated up before we started. And I'm regretting not doing
This
it.
cast has turned into food talk.
It really has. Here's Nessie on the corner. That's going to be headed away by Putneska. As Rupp
See if
goes
they can
back to
recycle this.
I'm sorry?
I said see if we can't recycle this.
Yeah. Ooh, Wartooth. Good block. As we have Visser back in the box, never mind. Wartooth just kind of goes, no, that's mine, thank you, but you can have it back. That's fine.
It's sloppy.
As we have Soderbergh go over to Nessie, who's wide open, goes for a cross. Good block, but then Sky Rise off the deflection puts Tokyo up 1-0 in the 10th minute.
Yeah, but Montreal needed to score anyway, so this, only moves the goalposts a little bit from extra time PKs to just winning on away goals. Ball comes in and just pings around the box, and Skyrise cleans up the mess. 1-0 to Tokyo.
All right. Wartooth going forward to Casual. Over to Calvator. It's going to be... Oh, sloppy play in the net by Rube. And Ricky Bobby takes advantage. And it's 1-1, 2-1 on aggregate.
Montreal getting that goal right back, and of course an away goal. It comes in, and it feels like they just don't know what to do here. It goes back to Rube. I don't know who Rube was trying to pass to, but certainly couldn't have been Ricky Bobby. But you make that mistake around Ricky Bobby, he is going to punish that 99 times out of 100. But that has been that is a little bit of spice into this match. We're in Tokyo, so it's probably
Nessie gets challenged at and then just hard sprints to keep up with the ball.
Yeah, goal added a little spice to this match, which we're in Tokyo, so it's probably wasabi.
I'm sorry, can I just...
Of course it's food again.
No, it's not about food. What are those shorts that the umpire is wearing, the referee is wearing? I hate it. Anyway, corner kick. Rise off of Fred.
Playing for the corner.
And that's going to be picked up by Hayden over to Kaido. Back over to Hayden, looking for Rise on the cross. Duke jumps it out.
Yeah, get the ball to Skyrise in the air. It's going to usually be a threat, but on that occasion, Brian Duke reads it well. Makes an easy save. A lot of corners for Tokyo in this one.
It's off the crossbar. That's going to be a goal kick for Montreal.
Yeah, I said it in the first leg. Tokyo, if I'm remembering correctly, had a decent amount of opportunities in that game, and they only came away with 1 goal. And if it almost feels like history's kind of repeating itself. They're getting looks, they're getting chances. It's just they've only got 1 goal to show for it, and they are riding the limit right now.
As we hit the
they
half,
have been the better team statistically, but they've been leaving too many opportunities on the table. So this second half, either it'll break the dam and they start to, really take control of this, or Montreal snags an unlikely away goal and, we get another cup set. It really feels like one of those games. Watch nothing happen now that I've said that. As we have some substitutions taking place at the half. No, we don't.
Never mind. Lol JK.
The bait and switch.
We have Montreal.
It's like Steve Kerr with the Warriors the other night, wanting to take a timeout and then being like, no, I actually don't want to use this timeout.
Oh, guy rises off the header right at the start of the half.
What did I say? The second half, they were either going to really take control of this, or Montreal is going to scratch across an away goal. And, the away goal is still on the table, but, scoring 30-something seconds in to the half is a pretty good way to take, charge of that. It's just a cross into Skyrise, and Skyrise tall, good in the air. Not going to miss that.
So here's Tokyo on the attack again. Montreal now needing 2 goals to get something going. Oh, it's off the post. They almost needed 3 as Caleb Hayden just barely misses the goal.
Yeah, did a good job to control that ball and round the keeper, but just a little bit just direction finder off there.
Referee sweetheart, that outfit does not match. Rashford over to Kaido. Over to Visser. Over to Usagi, going forward to Hayden. They go back to Soderberg, going forward for Hayden again. Hayden gets past the defense, but Duke picks it up. Stopping the opportunity in his tracks, goes out deep. But recovered by Tokyo's Shinji Kaido. Usagi blocked by Fontabens. Over to Minogue. Oh my god.
You're having flashbacks of the Montreal goal earlier in the game.
Goodness. All right. Casual heads it away. Being picked up by Rupp over to Soderberg. Going over to Nessie. Back to Soderberg again. Headed, but saved by Duke. And Montreal. Time is starting to run low here. We're at the 63rd minute, 64th minute. If you need 2 goals, you got to try to get at least 1 on the board fairly soon.
Yeah, and Tokyo have been pretty relentless in this second half.
Passing it to the other team's keeper is not how you get 1 on the board relatively soon.
Did you see their first goal, though?
Touché. Duke goes out deep for Ricky Bobby, almost tripped by Rupp. As they go over to Soderberg to Rupp again to Versetti. As they go out deep to Rise, looking for Hayden. What a save by Duke.
Yeah, really good save by Duke. Tokyo just slicing through Montreal's lines. But had to stretch out to his right to deny Caleb Hayden.
Here's Rashford, just a mess of people in front of the goal. Skyrise gets it off the crossbar.
The waves just never seem to end in this second half.
No. We have Calvator going back to Potneska, who just kicks it off of Rashford's head. As Benone gets the ball, fires, it goes in! I'm sorry? Dexter Minone, what a goal.
Yeah, that came out of absolutely nothing. And all of a sudden, Montreal finds themselves a goal away again, and just Minone squeaks past, and then just has a hit. Just absolutely has a hit.
My God.
I feel like Rube probably could have done a little bit better there, but, Montreal, I mean, 3 shots, 2 goals. All they need is one more. Because they do have the away goals edge.
Soderberg goes over to Visser. Visser going to Kaido. Over to Rashford, over to Soderberg. Tokyo feels a little bit of pressure to get another goal as insurance on the board.
The thing is, too, Tokyo had been creating a ton of looks, and they just hadn't been burying them.
Here's Nessie. Oh, Minone just crane kicks that into the crowd.
Get it out of there however possible.
Sweep the leg and all that. 10 minutes left in this game. Here's Soderberg. Over the Rashford, over the Skyrise. Skyrise. Oh, Wartooth tried to get in front of it, but almost gave Tokyo a better chance at it. They're going to have a quarter from Nessie. And that's going to be headed, and that's over the net.
Yeah, Tokyo continuing to pour on the offensive pressure. Just haven't found that third goal that would probably put this to bed. They're like a cat playing with its food, except the mouse is prone to getting away at any time.
Oh, except the mouse is Jerry of Tom and Jerry fame.
For once, a Jerry reference that isn't making fun of offsides.
Yeah. 86th minute. Montreal trying to move that ball forward. They get it to Fred, over to Calvatore, over to Putnesca, back over to Fred, over to Minone. Minone goes back to Ricky Bobby. They're slowly but surely advancing it up the field. Here's Minone going for Pedersen, deep for Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby shoots and scores.
Flag.
He's offside. Oh my God, he's offside.
Gonna replay?
We don't even get a replay.
Oh.
Huge free kick from Calvatore. It's off the bar.
Oh, that is going to be in Alessio Calvatore's nightmares for the next couple of days.
Oh, but wait. Montreal, another chance. They get it over to Calvatore. A chance for redemption. Back to Wartooth, who fires it way over the net.
Incredible.
Oh,
and that's
my God. That's the way the game ends.
Survives. That is survival. I know they were the dominant team in the game, but they kept playing with the food. They were I made the analogy. They were the cat playing with the food, and then they never quite went for the kill, and at the end, the mouse nearly got away, but they were able to finish off their prey. 3-2 on aggregate. I think they're going to have to be a bit more clinical. I think no one knows that more than, their brain trust and the players on the field. Credit to Montreal for hanging around and taking their chances. They got a lot to be proud of today, but Tokyo advances to the semifinals at their expense.
My God.
What even is this match day?
and I know that we like, I particularly like to use, X team survives when it's a close game like that, but that was like the truest definition that you could use of the word survive there.
Yeah, right. The late offside goal and 2 very close looks in the dying seconds. I mean, I would hate to be a fly on the wall in that Montreal locker room because they felt, they almost had it. As we go to Catalunya and Buenos Aires from the Argentine capital, 4-3-1-2 for Buenos Aires, and for Catalunya, it will be a 4-4-2 narrow diamond. Buenos Aires taking a 4-2 lead into this leg, 4 away goals. So Catalunya's got a bit of an uphill climb, but we've seen some wild stuff today.
Yeah, we can't even say we've seen wild stuff in the cup. We've seen wild stuff today.
Yeah, this might as well be a 0-0 aggregate with the amount of shenaniganery that's happened today.
All right, here's Julius. Oh my God, Torres, please. God, someone clear it out. Thank you. Oh my God, their kits are so similar. Okay.
Yeah,
It's going to be a nightmare.
orange and yellow versus yellow and red.
And orange. Yeah. So we have Gorkov. Gorkov fires. It's off the post. Oh, he's offside anyway.
Warning shots.
Because Ask Jeeves brings it over to Gorkov. Remember, Ask Jeeves, the official search engine of the SSL. Hashtag not sponsored. And here's Vandersloth over to Gorkov. Torres gets past Juliusson, but Juliusson makes a good slide. That's going to be a corner.
Torres has been on a roll in this cup. I believe he is the top scorer by a considerable margin. And has Buenos Aires' first look that was not offside.
Yeah. That's going to go over to Vins. Going to be picked up by Brox Bertrand, who's going to bring it back into attacking territory. So you go over to Tali, to Torres. Nope, Juliusson just challenges it out, but still held on to. Gunnarsson just falls on it. That's a risky play out of the back. Jeez. All right, here's Vandersloth to the back line. Goes back to Jeeves. Jeeves back to Brox Bertrand. Over to Knight. Knight to Tali. Knight rounds everybody and then takes the opportunity to yeet it into row E.
You're taking on the entire team. The end product's got to be a little bit better than that.
Yeah, like he did a good job rounding everybody. Just row E. Torres went for a cross there, but it was thwarted by Catalunya. As we have the corner that's off the upright and behind the net.
Yeah, first real look there for Catalunya coming off the set piece. They go for the back post header, and it doesn't quite have the end product they needed. Remember, they conceded 4 away goals, so they're probably going to have to win this one by 3 or more.
Yeah.
They want
Gaverno
to
over the Vandersloth. Oh, and that's not a good start for them. As Vandersloth brings it home. 1-0 Buenos Aires, 5-2 on aggregate.
Yeah, and you felt like that was coming. Buenos Aires have been the better team in the early going of this second leg. And Edwin Vandersloth, who's been so good for them over the years. That's a nice finish to the far post. And they want to put this one to bed early. They do not want to remain in the game long enough to grow in confidence. They want to just go for the jugular.
All right, that's just yoinked out of the air by Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson takes it towards the edge of the box. Holds on to it. And then booms it all the way across the field. Looks like they were looking for Okamoto, but they found only Buenos Aires. As Vandersloth fires, Gunnarsson, good jumping save. As we have Vins taking the corner. It's going to be headed away by Tali, picked up by Juliusson. But then given over to Torres. Torres free shot, and he doesn't miss those as Franco Torres scores. And it is 2-0 Buenos Aires.
Torres rending the keeper in the second leg of a cup tie. I've seen this one before, and I'm not going to try and impersonate the noise Gary Neville made, but yeah, just very patient. It comes from a back pass attempt by Catalunya to try and reposition, and it just didn't work. Hey, also parallel. That was against Barcelona.
Oh, hey. Oh, Barcelona. Oh, my God. Here's Tali. What?
Oh,
what?
Nothing. All
right. Tali going over to Torres. Torres, a free shot again, saved by Gunnarsson.
That was a dangerous ball in, and there was just no one picking up Torres there. He's been very lethal, and he's been very active in this match.
All right, as we are approaching half, Catalunya needs to do something. They really need to get on the board before we go into the locker room for halftime. And that's almost it by Staines. But
Yep, the build-up was there. Build-up was there. Final product wasn't.
We have Rising taking it up the side. Over to Järvinen. To Rising again. Back to Järvinen. They're going to go back at Newell. Whoopsie doodle. That's over in
Are the Catalunya players as confused about the kits as we are?
They might be. I can't say I blame them, but they might be.
Because I think that's like they've been very sloppy with some of these giveaways.
As there's Jeeves. Oh my god, another save by Gunnarsson.
They've been very sloppy with these giveaways. I believe both goals or one of those goals came off of giveaway. But Buenos Aires have been the better team. Obviously, they have created more. They really haven't given up too many grade A opportunities. And for Buenos Aires right now, your agenda is just see this out without any stupid stuff happening.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, they need to not concede 4 goals.
And even then, 4 goals just takes it to extra time. But at that point, Catalunya has all the momentum.
Yeah.
Just don't implode.
Yes. Don't completely implode.
As for subs, McFlopface and Mueller on for Okamoto and Sherwood.
Ooh, usually Staines is involved in the subs. I'm surprised to see he's not. Ooh. I love when that happens because, like, the ball just gets challenged out of bounds and Jeeves just kind of stared at it like a child who just had their toy knocked out of their hand. Like, hey, I was playing with that.
Or a hockey goalie that just got beat glove side.
Yeah. So he was
just like, oh.
All right. Here's Gorkov on the cross. Gunnarsson dives for it. Vandersloff fires, but it's blocked by somebody. We have Vins over the Miller, over to McFlopface. Here's Juliusson, passes it over to Staines, and it's fired and it's scored by Dogwood Maple. And Catalunya has one of their 4.
There may be a pulse here. One at a time for Cata. But Dogwood Maple just makes a good run. Finishes near post. Finishes far post. Keeper was expecting near post. I got my mixed words up, but 1 down. They still have 3 to go, and they also can't be conceding.
Yeah. So here's Torres going back to Brooks Patron. Over to Vandersloot to ask Jeeves. Jeeves goes for the cross, and there's the concede to Edwin Vandersloot. And Buenos Aires takes it right back. 3-1.
Yeah, it's just a good cross, and Vandersloot gets on the end of it. Pretty simple stuff. I feel like the defenders just got caught ball watching. No one picks them up. Just has to stick out the leg for that one to go in.
Here's Järvinen over to McFlopface on the throw-in. Järvinen going for the cross, looking for Rising, and that's Maple saved. And that's going to be a corner to be taken by Vins. Headed away by Of Katarina, picked up by Edwin Vandersloot. Vandersloot going towards that back line. Just passing it around the box. Jeeves going back into the box of Vandersloot, back to Jeeves. Just kicks it off of the back of McFlopface's shin. That'll be a corner. We head that away. Guevara goes back to Jeeves. Jeeves going right back to that same spot. Vince is like, okay, no, we're not doing this again. No, not again. Take your throwing. All right. Now they're going forward, but it's intercepted by Catalunya. Forward to Staines. Over to Mojo Rising. Mojo Rising challenged by Knight. That's going to be a corner.
Yeah, defensively, Buenos Aires right now, bit scrambly, but they're working to try and make sure, can't let Catalunya grow in confidence, can't let them get momentum back. Because when Catalunya scored and, they get the momentum and then boom, counterpunch.
So here's Gunnarsson booming it out. They get it to Yarvinen to McFlopface. It does work. Rising.
Flag.
Even without the flag, Buenos Aires collapsed on that opportunity so quickly. Like, Rising got the ball past everybody, got into the box, and all of a sudden they were just surrounded. So we have Knight going back to Of Katarina, back over to Knight. Knight going deep, but it's going to be intercepted by Catalunya. Over to Fist. Vins to Mueller. Mueller kicks it off of Gorkov, which ricochets it to McFlopface in the most interesting pass I've seen in some time.
It doesn't end in anything, though, other than a corner.
Yeah, but that was some geometry. Like, holy crap.
15 minutes to go. Buenos Aires just trying to professionally see this out.
Yep. Ooh, Oaktown just leaps. Holding on to it, and then just goes out deep to clear it out. Picked up by Amo Tali, but then taken by Yarvinen. Over the Rising to McFlopface. McFlopface going deep for Dogwood Maple. Finds Dogwood Maple, who fires and scores from the edge of the box. And it's 3-2 Buenos Aires, but still 7-4 on aggregate.
Yeah, and with 12 minutes to go, I mean, you're asking a lot. But Dogwood Maple showed up today.
Yeah, what a
Second
shot.
goal. Yeah, went to the near post. Just manages to sneak past the center backs. But probably too little too late unless some absolutely perplexing stuff happens, in which case, I mean,
Shenaniganery.
It's not happening considering how much time just got chewed through like dots in Pac-Man.
Oh, God. What a trip.
Referee playing advantage.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, referee playing advantage. If there was a foul, but like the team was still moving forward.
See, this referee is dressed better. He's still got the shorts, but he's got the high black socks. The like gray, silverish kind of works better than the bright yellow. It's just perfect. And that's going to be a throw-in.
It's probably going to be the last seconds of this match.
So you have Torres over the Tali to Knight. To Brux Patron. Over to Knight again. And that's it. The final whistle is blown. Buenos Aires wins the game 3-2 and wins the leg 7-4 on aggregate.
Yep, solid performance. They knew they just needed to see this one out. Patted their lead early, and then just put that thing in cruise control. Very good performance by Buenos Aires as they take one more step towards the cup. For Catalunya, I mean, this is the end of the road. Very shaky defensively today. I think that yellow card at defensive mid didn't particularly help because it leaves the center backs a bit more exposed.
Right.
But fair play Buenos Aires gets through.
And you see those are our final scores for the leg here.
Well, actually, it doesn't have BA, but there we go.
There we go.
Comunicado Oficial, we are updated.
We have done it. And we had some very exciting games today, though. This was quite the match day.
Yep, 2D2 teams through to the semis. Will we see one in the final?
Possibly. Depends on how we draw. We could see one automatically if we draw right.
Yeah. But that has made things extra spicy.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us tonight. If you stuck around for all 4 games, I very much appreciate it. I hope you had a good time as we talked about things ranging from cheeses that are on fire to random food to a Joan Rivers level referee fashion report. And oh yeah, we talked about some soccer that was being played. But but it was still a very fun time. I hope you enjoyed it. And should be an interesting semifinals. And until we get to those semifinals, I've been Zenlos.
And I've been Val, off to eat some of that rotten Icelandic fermented shark.
Good night!
Stop.
Oh my god. Rotten fermented